Google said no. So I'm writing y'all wrong, period. So this opinion is going to be a little bit, hey, I'm going to keep it as cute as possible. But hey, I can't make no promises. What it do, YouTube? It's your girl, Laura J. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Before we get started, make sure you go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, share this video with your friends. You know, all that good jazz. All that good jazz. In today's video, if you can't tell by the title already, I'm going to be giving you guys my opinions on trending TikTok topics. Now, before we get started, I just want to go ahead and tell y'all and give y'all a disclaimer. Okay, I'm not an expert on any of these topics, okay? I'm just giving my insight based on lived experiences and knowledge that I do have on them, okay? But without further ado, let's get into the video. The first topic that I wanted to touch on today is spirituality versus religion. I've seen this topic surface, fade out, resurface, fade out, resurface, and fade out, just in that pattern on TikTok. But recently on my side of TikTok, I gotta throw that in there. On my side of TikTok, it's been resurfacing lately because of the rise of Mona Leo and her music. And as she gains popularity, you know, it brings a light to her spiritual practices because she's not necessarily quiet about them. She's not like the loudest ever, but she's not necessarily quiet about them, right?
Wait, Shango, they calling us devil worshippers.
No,
can you clarify that, please? I don't know how you can see a couple so full of love and light and assume that we worship a damn devil.
Man, that nigga got a check. That's because they brainwashed.
It's really confusing to me. When you see me, you don't see God moving through me.
Even, you know, I don't want to be religious. I want to be spiritual. You know, anybody can be religious. Some people jog religiously. You know, you don't want to be that. You want to be spiritual. You want to have a relationship with God as opposed to doing what everyone else does.
Now, I can say for me personally, for my journey to coming to Christ, it was a journey, okay? I've always known that God was real and that God is good. But my path hasn't always looked how it looks today, okay? Don't judge me. Don't judge me. But that's just how I was. I was just figuring life out, okay? I was young and lost and hey. But long story short, it just took a lot of trial and error before I got to the position I'm in now and the beliefs that I have now. So I will say that it is more important to me to have relationship with God, with Christ, Yahweh, Yeshua, however you want to refer to him, right? It is way more important to have a relationship with God than to follow a religion. I think that when you follow a religion, you are more susceptible to fall into religious indoctrination, and that does not always lead you to God. It leads you to worshiping leaders and etc., and things that aren't God. When you cut out the middleman, I'm not saying that I don't go to church. I go to church, I read the Bible, and I believe in Jesus Christ. However, I do think it can be a little bit easier to slip up into following all the rules and being perfect and beating yourself up for sinning and judging others on a way larger scale than you judge yourself for sinning, etc. When you fall into religious indoctrination, where as compared to following God himself, okay? And I think the two kind of get confused with each other all the time for whatever reason. Religious indoctrination and actually spiritually tapping in and following God and talking to God and, you know, listening to God, you know. So that's my opinion on religion versus spirituality. Anywho, let me know down below what you guys think. And let me know what y'all think about what I said. So my next topic is on people pleasers. Now, if you are a people pleaser or you're a self-proclaimed people pleaser, go ahead and exit out this video because you're not going to like what I have to say. Okay? If you could take accountability, maybe you'll be cool. You all right with me. All right? But if you're going to get offended, because I don't like people pleasers, I'm going to go ahead and say that right now. I don't like people pleasers. So, this opinion is going to be a little bit, hey, I'm going to keep it as cute as possible. But, hey, I can't make no promises. So, what are people pleasers? I promise you, we all know one. We all know one. We all know one or a few or many. Hey, the people pleaser you may know might be in the mirror when you go look into it. Hey, I'm just saying. And my own little urban definition of a people pleaser is somebody who can't say no, or I won't say who can't say no. Everybody can, for sure. Everybody can, for sure, say no. People who don't say no. People who are always fishing to make other people happy, even at the expense of their own happiness. And people who always just go the extra mile, even when you didn't ask them to. Now, my personal opinion on people pleasers, I think that they're scared to be their authentic self for whatever reason, whether that be childhood trauma or just trauma in general. They want to fit in. They just want people to like them, right? Now, the real reason that I bring this up is because there was this one TikTok video that I commented on, and I am a TikTok commenting warrior. One thing I'm gonna do is comment on a TikTok video. Anyways, yeah, so somebody posted something about people pleasers, and the creator has since deleted the video for whatever reason. But anywho, I forgot exactly what the video said, but basically he said something about people pleasers. I commented that people pleasers are undercover narcissists, right? And then my comments started gaining some traction, and people were just so like, are you a therapist? Like, are you a counselor? You can't diagnose people with NPD, narcissist personality disorder, and blah, blah, blah. I never said that people pleasers have NPD, first of all. I said that they're undercover narcissists. You don't have to have NPD to be a narcissist or to have character traits of a narcissist. Like, I hate when people be dense on purpose. I feel like they was being dense on purpose because I never said that people pleasers have narcissist personality disorder. I said that they're undercover narcissists because they are. What reason do you have to go the extra mile to help other people, even if it hurts yourself? If you are doing something to make yourself look good, or so that other people will be pleased with what you're doing, not out of genuinity or the pureness of your heart, you're being a narcissist. Like, just because they're not mean and just all the other traits like of an obvious narcissist, it's two sides of the same coin. Two different sides of the same coin, baby. It's like that one saying. It's like a friend to all is a friend to none. But yeah, back to the TikTok I was talking about. I commented that, and it was in the comments like they was not on my side. But I don't care. I said what I said because, and I still believe that, because you could show narcissistic traits without being diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder. And that's just that. And I commented a screenshot when I asked Google. I was like, do you have to have NPD to be considered a narcissist? Google said no. So I'm writing y'all wrong, period. Yeah. So my last and final topic is about pretty punishment. I'm sure we've all heard of pretty privilege, right? So recently, Saweetie went viral for her interview where she was talking about her music and pretty punishment.
I saw it on TikTok. They were like, they talk about pretty privilege, but they don't talk about pretty punishment. There's been so many times I've just been counted out, and I know that it's behind animosity. I know it's because of a hidden agenda, but it makes me work harder. But this has happened like my whole life. So it's like what I deal with in the industry is just, you know, different face, same case.
Sweetie did an interview where she basically said that she is a victim of pretty punishment, and that, you know, people aren't supporting her because she's pretty. I guess we're just haters, and that's why she's not successful. And I'm just like, my question is, so what do you have to say about the people who are successful, the artists, the female artists that are very successful right now? Are they just victims of like ugly success?
I want to give my opinion on Sweetie's take on pretty punishment. I kind of think it was the right message with the wrong messenger. I've seen a lot of people on this app denying that there's a downside to pretty privilege, and even calling the topic cringe. But I also think that to deny that there's a downside to pretty privilege, it's hard for me to say that word. It's a tongue twister. But I think it's to deny that there's jealousy and envy that exists. Hence the saying, more money, more problems. You can have something that a lot of people want access to, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't attract or it isn't a magnet to ugly experiences.
Well, before I give my opinion on this topic, I want y'all to comment down below and let me know if y'all believe pretty punishment is real or not. But anywho, like I was saying, so she spoke on this topic in her interview, and whether or not she has faced it strictly in her music career or not, I am like 99.9% sure that she's faced it in her life. Period. A lot of people went off of the discourse and started talking about her music and blah, 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 and how they felt about her music, etc., and just dismissing what the topic at hand was, what she was talking about, which is pretty punishment. So according to Google, pretty punishment is defined as the idea that being attractive can have negative consequences such as facing jealousy, resentment, being underestimated, and mistreated. And then it said, jealousy and resentment, negativity and animosity from people who are envious of their looks and attention they receive. And then microaggressions and hidden agendas as well. I want to say that I wholeheartedly 100% agree that pretty punishment is real. I don't care what nobody says. Like, the general public really only ever wants to acknowledge disadvantages towards people when they're the perfect victim. And if the person is not statistically more disadvantaged, then they feel the need to dismiss the other people who do experience disadvantages. So I don't think it's fair to say that, oh, pretty punishment doesn't exist, or that people don't experience it. Yes, they do. And I feel like people dismissing what Saweetie said just further proves her point. We can acknowledge two problems at the same time. Just because one happens at a way larger scale doesn't mean that it doesn't happen at this scale too. And everybody wants to be mad at the people who speak up, and everybody wants to be mad at the wrong thing to be mad at. We need to be mad at the system that was put in place to uphold, this standard, because it affects people on both sides. Just because it affects people more on one side doesn't mean it doesn't affect people on this side. And then whenever people speak up on this side, then they get dismissed. No, I don't think that's fair. I just do not think that's fair, and I hate that, okay? But yeah, guys, those are my opinions on these 3 trending topics on TikTok. Let me know down below what you guys think on what I said and on the topics in general, because I'm intrigued to know. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, share this video with your friends, all that good jazz. I love my babies, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.